Also, fake Ghost Pirate Robot, if you're still here. Hello? Welcome back. Good to see you again. If you are in fact still here, let me know if this is all still working or if I am streaming to myself. Alright, I don't think we're gonna win this. Hey, there you are! Yeah, so how you doing, fake Ghost Pirate Robot? I hope all is well. Have you been traveling of late by chance? I know you do like, I was just talking with Ian earlier in the stream, who was doing a bit of traveling for work, and I know you travel a bunch for work as well. I don't think we're gonna make it, guys. Okay, maybe I'm gonna get... Of all the pills it could have cleared out, that was like the worst possible one. So after your technical problems, I had some of my own. Back now. Okay, welcome back, Ian. I hope it wasn't too bad. We're not gonna be able to beat this. Also, I have to talk to my wife about something, like, real quick. Yeah. Work travel has dried up for a while now. Taiwan in March was the last trip. Dude, Taiwan. Okay. That's pretty far. That sounds pretty cool. Tell me all about it in the chat. I've not been to Taiwan before. I have to talk to my wife about something really quick. Give me a sec. Whew. I think I just need to, like... breathe. I need a breathing technique. I'm just very frazzled right now. Taiwan is awesome, just based on the people and the general feel of the place anyways. I felt way more at ease there than China. Oh, dude, that's awesome. Yeah, I've never been. But I guess maybe it's something I should check out at some point. Jesse, what's your history with the Dr. Mario series? I realized I used your real name. Fake Ghost Pirate Robot. What is your history with Dr. Mario? And if you're just tuning in, I'm Jet from inthirdperson.com. Personal look at video games, board games, other nerdy pursuits. We are playing Dr. Mario World on the phone, if you haven't noticed. It's out now on Android and iOS. And yeah, it's free to play. Which one of the pros? It's free to play. One of the cons, it's free to play. I have it for the NES, but barely played it since. Okay. I think that's the trajectory for a lot of people. I mean, they've made a bunch of versions of Dr. Mario, but I feel like it apexed on the NES. And it kind of never really changed since. Like, they've added 4-player in the N64 one. But the rules of engagement have been primarily the same. My brain doesn't process it properly. I hear you. It's a tough game. It's one of the tougher puzzle games. Because you just put that one pill in that rough spot, and then all of a sudden the whole thing is just screwed. And yeah, as you can see, the rules of Dr. Mario World are a little different from classic Dr. Mario, but it shouldn't be that hard to pick up if you're trying it out for the first time. Oh, I didn't realize you could do that. Huh. I'm gonna have to make a mental note of that for later. They did a Dr. Mario boss fight in Sonic Mania. Most I've played in like 15 years. Oh, the that Puyo Puyo boss, yeah. Or the Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean Machine, which I guess is kind of Dr. Mario as well. Zap something good. Okay, like 2 pills. And then I guess here's another question for you, Ian. I know you're a big Nintendo fan. How much of Nintendo's mobile games have you experienced? I played a little bit of Super Mario Run, and I was like, yeah, these levels are fine, and then it asked me to pay, what, $5 to $10, and I said no thanks. And I've heard there are some people who really like it, who think it's a great game, and they like that, to prefer to buy games in that form. And even I was like, I don't know, paying that much for like a mobile game seems like a lot. And so it didn't do all that well. But then they did Fire Emblem, which is free to play, gacha game, all the gambling mechanics in it, and that game has been wildly successful for Nintendo. Okay, we're doing a lot better in this one. I played Fire Emblem quite a bit on the phone. I thought it was just like a really great distillation of the Fire Emblem formula. There we go. Did it. Next. Have you done a Sonic Mania stream? I'm super impressed with that. I have not done a Sonic Mania stream. I feel like it went... Was it a PlayStation, like... That ice around the viruses seems like a pain in the neck. Yes. Yes, it's a pain in the neck. If it's half ice, you have to break it twice. Like, you break the ice once, and then you kill the virus. Or you have to pop it twice, and then you can kill the virus. It's annoying. Sonic Mania I have not done. I don't have it on the Switch. I might have it on the PS4. If it was a PlayStation Plus game, then I probably have it. And maybe I will try it sometime. I've heard some very good things. I played it for like 30 seconds at Fan Expo like a little while back when my brother like went to the bathroom and I had his Switch for some reason. I was holding his stuff. And so I tried it for like a minute. Oh, this is a weird one. I might want to switch my character for this. Actually, no, maybe I don't. For reasons which I will explain in a sec. Yeah, I grabbed it off PlayStation Plus. Okay, I probably have it then, and I will look into streaming that at some point. Oh, okay, this is one where I'm trying to... Oh, jeez. Okay, so this one's a little different. I'm not trying to kill the viruses. I'm trying to collect the coins from the blocks. And so I'm going to have to change my strategy here a bit. What if I do this and then move this here? Oh, that popped a bunch at once. Nice. Oh, okay, we're too late on that. But if we put this over here, we pop 3 at a time. Gotta run, put the kids to bed. Good luck with the stream. Thank you so much, Fake Ghost Pirate Robot. I on any night, tonight is probably the night where I really need that help. I can see, like, my Stream Deck. I don't know if you guys can see this. It has my CPU usage on there. Right now, it's at 100%. Like, this is crushing my computer right now. Also, having these weird pop-ups on my... Okay. Where were we? We have to break... Oh, no, actually, yeah, I should... There is another character I should be using right now. But, in the meantime, let's do this. Move this here. Move this here. And this can go here. Pop that, pop that. Still a lot of coins left. Not a lot of viruses. We might be in a bit of a pickle here. Okay, how if we do this? And maybe this over here. It looks like I'm just messing around. I kind of am. Put that there. This is a tough one. I don't really... Not really sure how to approach it. There we go. So yeah, Ian, have you done any of the Nintendo mobile games? I liked Fire Emblem. I just fell off the bandwagon. I think it was around the time I needed to be online, and I was in the subway a lot, so I didn't really have any connection. And when I was above ground, I was mostly playing Pokemon Go, so not really many opportunities for me to play Fire Emblem, so I just kind of fell off the wagon on that one. Good game, though. I really liked the way they translated Fire Emblem for mobile. I felt like it made a lot of sense for what it was trying to do. Alright, 10 capsules. What are we gonna do here? This is not... This is not great. We have not really given ourselves the opportunity to succeed here. Oh, wait, no, no, no! Okay, fine. That'll just go there. Pop that. Oh, okay. We're laughing. We're laughing. I do this, I slide this over here, and we're good. Awesome. Honestly, I'm a little scared of the computer crapping out, and I want to play at least a little bit of multiplayer, so let's switch over to the Versus side, and I can show you guys a little bit of how that works. Alright, Ian. Nope, I've actually only got a phone that could play them within the last few months, but I haven't tried them out. The mobile game format doesn't particularly suit how I play, which tends to be for a couple of hours at a time, a few times a week, as opposed to short bursts each day or throughout the day. Okay, that's fair. I totally understand that. My real question, though, is how do you only have a phone that could only play these games within the last few months? Like, were you on... I mean, no shame if it was. Were you using, like, giant grandma, the brick cell phone? Like, I mean, I'm using this box right now as an example, but there are people whose phones are just like the Zach Morris phone. How'd you not have a phone that could play phone games? And Pokemon Go is trying to tell me something right now. One phone game at a time. Ooh, Bowser. Alright, let's go. So yes, this mode, definitely the speed comes into play. And so if I'm a little quiet right now, I apologize. I'll try my best to narrate as I go. Oh, that blue piece was not exactly where I wanted it to go. But we'll slide these greens over, this over here. Oh, brain fart. Okay, that's going this way. That should break that. We'll slide. Oh, man. Whoa, we got smacked really hard by Bowser's power, which just throws a ton of viruses on. But I think I have something to kind of counter that. I have one of my assistants changes the colors of some of the viruses so that they all match, which makes it a lot easier to clear out. But I don't know if that actually kicked in for this one. I don't think it did. Okay. Here, we'll do that. That didn't go up. Okay, how about... Here. Throw some more blocks there. I don't like it. My opponent's in really good shape right now. You can see their board on the right. Do I need... I don't have a spot for green. Oh, jeez. Throw that over here. Okay. Oh, we almost got him. Almost. Move that over. Move... that didn't quite get there in time. Though, as you can see, as the play progresses, the board shrinks. And so these matches don't last long at all. And we are now in a bad spot. I thought we were doing great a minute ago. And now we're not. One more push and we're donezo. Ah, no. So we'll hold that L. Oh, and we got ranked down too. Oh, this is embarrassing. I had a Windows brand smartphone. Most apps are only compatible with iPhone and Android. Oh. Did you enjoy your Windows phone? I don't know if I've actually talked to someone who's had a Windows smartphone before. Was it good? I mean, not being compatible with a lot of those apps is kind of rough, but did it do the job for you otherwise? Yeah, for me with the mobile games, it took me a couple years to get a smartphone, but I had an iPod Touch, like first gen iPod Touch as soon as that came out. I got it as a Christmas present. An awesome Christmas present for my mom, actually. The year they came out, and I was... Oh, that was a terrible drop, by the way. I was on the App Store day one. I remember I bought Scrabble. I bought Tiger Woods Golf, I think was one of the games. I was buying everything on the phone. It was just like the Wild West of mobile games, with things being all sorts of weird prices and people trying to figure out what worked in phone games and what didn't. I played with a lot of virtual joysticks, which were hit and miss. Mostly miss. Some games are actually pretty good. Street Fighter on mobile is actually great, which is weird because it really shouldn't be. But they made some adjustments to how that game plays on the phone to make it really pop, while retaining like so much of how Street Fighter plays. It's different from like Mortal Kombat and Injustice. Those are very different games on mobile, and they're more like Infinity Blade than actual fighting game. But Street Fighter is like, it's pretty much the same thing. Also, I think we're about to lose again. This has not been a great run of multiplayer for us. Oh, wait. No, he's in a real bad spot. Or the other Wendy. There we go. We got it. Nope. I do not recommend them at all. It's fine as a cell phone, but I use my phone for maps a lot, and there was no good map software for Windows phones. Plus, apps like Twitter, Discord, and Facebook never worked right. Oh, that sucks. Hey, we ranked up! Next tier. Yeah, Microsoft. I feels like Microsoft should have been in that smartphone space way sooner than everybody else. And they really dropped the ball on that front. And it's probably too late for them at this point. Okay, we can put that there, put that there, put that there. And put this over here. Took a quick glance at my CPU usage on my Stream Deck, and it's still floating at 100%. I toned down so much to make it work, and it is still getting crushed. This app is... I'm gonna need more testing on mobile streaming, I guess, before I do this more seriously, because I can't be streaming like this. It's funny though, like, I can stream the highest of high-end consoles right now, and it will not strain my computer like this thing is right now. I think it's the software that is running right now to transfer, because I need extra software to make my phone talk to my computer, and I think that's what's doing it. Can I just clear off that green spike? Get that over there. There. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so there. One of my assistants kicked in and made all of those green, which is a huge help. And let's throw that in there. How about this? Okay. Whoa! Hey, we won! Yeah, I think they have actually stopped making phones. I bought mine a few years ago, and it finally just crashed. Ah. Yeah, I don't know if we talked about this, you and I. I had an iPhone X I bought last year. I had an iPhone 5, and that one finally kicked the bucket, and I bought an X last year. Great. On my trip in Paris, I dropped my iPhone, and it was the dumbest thing, too. My wife had just bought me ice cream, and I was really excited to use the Wi-Fi at Disney, because we didn't really have access to internet most of the time, and so I was eating ice cream in this hand, and I had my phone in the other, and at a certain point, I fumbled the ice cream, to which I tried to save the ice cream, and then I dropped my phone, and then the ice cream fell, and then I picked up my phone, and it just spidered all the way. Like, 80% of the phone was covered in cracks. And my heart just sank. And we're at Disney. It's supposed to be the happiest place on earth. My wife and I have history at Disney. The last time we went to Disney, I proposed to her right after, and this was supposed to be kind of like us celebrating our wedding anniversary and the engagement all in one shot, and I just dropped my relatively new phone. And I was in a really bad headspace for most of that day. It was really bad. And I think I didn't really snap out of it until... Oh no, broken phone and no ice cream at once is horrific. Yep. And then it started to... My bad mood started to impact my wife's mood. And at that point I was like, okay, I need to snap out of this. I know I'm completely devastated by the phone thing. I just want to go home and fix this right now. But I'm being a Mr. Poopy Pants, and it's making her day really bad as well. And so I tried my best to just put it aside. Let's just focus on enjoying the rest of this day, get through the day, and then we'll figure out the phone stuff after. And it ended up turning out that it was about the same price for me to just get a new phone than it was to replace the screen on the phone. Plus, I get a 2-year warranty on this versus I fix the screen on the other one, and it doesn't. I don't get anything out of it, so... Alright, back at it. We'll do, like, one more multiplayer match here, and then we'll go back to the single-player stages. That's been my experience in the past. Screen repair is obscene. Yep. And I appreciate... I went to, like, a third-party repair store first. And I appreciate their honesty. They were like, this is going to be a very expensive repair. Because we can't even use... Because the phone uses facial recognition, you need to have high-quality glass in your phone to make it work. So the glass itself is going to cost X amount, and then plus the repair, it's going to be like 500 bucks. Just to replace the screen. And so I ended up just getting... I traded in my old phone. I got this iPhone XR, which is, in some ways, it's better than my old phone. In some ways, it's a little worse. So far, I've been pretty happy with it. The only thing that kind of bugs me is the camera on it is a bit worse than the iPhone X, but it's not that big of a deal. I appreciate the longer battery life and the bigger screen, and we got a rage quit! Let's get that W. Okay, so, I mean, we can... I'll come back to multiplayer in a bit, but if we win 4 more matches, we can then open this box, and I kind of want to show you guys what's in the box. Let's do, like, 1 or 2... We'll flip back and forth. Ooh. So we have the bubbles. The bubble... So as you can see, the bubble viruses float to the top. Go with that there, and then... Oh, that's not gonna... Oh, can we put this here, and then put that over there, which pops all of that. I'm trying to get to the P... I was gonna say the juice, the... Yeah, whatever the, like, nitro stuff. I was gonna say something that was inadvertently obscene there. Caught myself. Ah. Nope, that didn't work. Okay. Oh, here we go. Clear something good. Alright, that was a pretty good one. Wow. Put that over here. Put that over this way. Inadvertently Obscene was my band name in high school. Yeah, I had this running joke where I wanted to... This is a really dumb joke. I am trying to be sensitive here. I hope people don't take this the wrong way. I always wanted to get, like, this group of just, like, prodigy kids from all over Asia and, like, put them in a hardcore metal band. And like, I wanted their name to be Euthanasia. Youthinasa. That was my dream. Just to be able to make that joke. As terrible and as tasteless of a joke as that is. And it's not really a joke. And over time, that has gotten way worse. But in my head, I was like, man, this would be the coolest thing. And of course it's not. If you feel like, I guess I should say, obligatory here. If you're ever not feeling okay, there's always people to talk to. Unfortunately, I don't have, like, the hotline number on me right here. But please talk to someone. Anyone. You're not alone. And my joke was really dumb, so let's move on. Okay, I don't think we need the power-up in the middle there. Yeah, we only got the one thing left, and we have so many... There we go. Yeah, I try to keep this a family-friendly show, and I think I'm really good at not swearing. I think just from my experience doing radio broadcasting stuff, plus me being absolutely horrified of someone taking something that I do on the internet and using it against me, has got me to clam up on that really well. But I think I get tripped up on, like, jokes and references and stuff like that, where in my day-to-day life, I would probably get a little more edgy with my conversation than I would out here in these internet streets. So I don't know if you noticed that one of the blue virus with the life preserver thing there. That one you have to hit 3 times, and after each hit, it moves to a different part of the board. So it's pretty annoying in that way. Oh, geez, that was not what I meant to do. Okay, can we fix this? Yeah, let's put that over there, and put this over here. You remind... Oh, man, that whole thing just reminded me of this, like, random moment where... Random embarrassing moment. A couple of years ago, we were at Fan Expo. Big, like, pop culture comic convention here in my neck of the woods. And one of the things we used to do is we used to play bingo, where my sister-in-law would make a bingo card, and you had to get signatures of people that were doing certain things, like... one of the spaces was meet a celebrity, and on that particular day, I actually met Luna from the Big Comfy Couch, and she signed my paper and everything. We got a selfie together. It was awesome. One of them was, I needed to get a signature from someone cosplaying as Iron Man, and like this is a super iconic costume. Everyone knows what Iron Man looks like, right? I saw this girl who had this, like, really cool dress costume, and I made the assumption that it was a dress version of Iron Man's outfit, and I went up to her and asked, hey, would you be able to sign this sheet for me? I think your take on the Iron Man costume is incredible. And she was like, I'm not dressed as Iron Man. Okay, so we've got... I need to clear out one of these 3. Okay. No! Uh-oh. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, there it is! We got so lucky at the end. At least you didn't assume she was pregnant? Yeah, okay. I have not done that before. I know people that have done that. That's pretty awkward, though. Did she tell you who she was? No, she did not. I didn't stick around to find out. I was just like, oh my god, sorry. Bye. I should have asked, though. That probably would have been the great recovery of, like, hey, who are you dressed as? And then we start a conversation from there. I don't think I knew who she was actually dressed as. But, nevertheless, that would have been a nice recovery. But I'm not very good in awkward social settings at all. Okay, some new stuff here. We've got keys, we've got keyholes, we've got Koopa shells, and we've got cages. So, the Koopa shell at the bottom, if I pop that, it'll clear everything left and right. It'll bounce twice. The keyholes, if I match 3 on those, it'll open up the cages for the viruses that are locked up, and then I can go and clear them. But simply blowing out the keyhole does not take out the virus in itself. Ooh. Off the top of your head, Ian, tell me an awkward story where you made things weird inadvertently. I have a story now that it's like my go-to. This actually seems a lot more involved than regular Dr. Mario. Yes. Yes, it is. That's part of why I like it. So, I don't know if we've talked about how I feel about this particular game, but I think Dr. Mario World is really cool. All the different layers that they add to the puzzle solving makes it really interesting to me, and all the opportunities to get creative with where you place your pills and all the things you have to fight against, from solid blocks to bricks to Koopa shells and the keys and the clouds and the bubbles. Like, there's just so much more going on, and the mechanics are so much looser in terms of like being able to place stuff almost anywhere, that it feels less like a chore and more like, let me do cool stuff while I solve these puzzles. Which is not the way that old Dr. Mario felt. I was once telling a group of friends, which included my now wife, who was just my girlfriend at the time, my most embarrassing story. We were all trading most embarrassing stories. Ah, nice. Would you be willing to share one with me? It doesn't even have to be the most embarrassing story. Just unembarrassing story. Oh man, we are so close here, but... Okay. 5... 4... I don't think we're gonna have enough pills. Oh, what does this thing do? Oh, get rid of capsules? Does that help me? I don't think it does. No. 3... 2... And now we are 1 pill short. Oh, okay. Actually, we're not. So, here's the thing. I haven't talked about this. On the bottom right, there are power-ups. And I clicked on the hammer one, which, like, takes away 1 virus or something. You have to buy those with diamonds. Surprise! But the multiplayer loot boxes also unlock stuff. And one of the things I've unlocked is this letter P fluid. I'm gonna use it's the skill meter stuff, and I'm gonna use that to burn it. Take that out. Now we beat the level instead of having to play it again, waste a heart, maybe buy diamonds to get extra pills. Ooh, here we go. Awkward story. So my story was that when I was 12, I was walking through the cafeteria at a summer camp and saw a girl I thought was really attractive. I was staring at her so hard, I walked into a support column and dropped my entire tray of food. Everyone saw me hit the pillar and saw why I hit the pillar. Now, when I told her the story, my girlfriend says, "How come you never stared at me like that?" And instead of saying something flirty or cute to her, my dumb face says, "Oh, I got better at staring." Oh man, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That reminds me of one. So, my mom used to go to a night school. And we would drop her off at sort of the front, like, I don't know what that circle where you drop people off and then they go. And I remember as my mom was walking away, there was a car in front of us. And all I could see coming out of this car, sitting on the driver's side, was the back of someone's head, like this. Oh, jeez, I hit my mic. It was the back of someone's head, and oh, see another text message. Okay, back of someone's head, like this. Right, and I just see their head, like, weaving in and out like this. I'm really confused as to what's happening. And I realized afterwards, like, as this head's bobbing back and forth, I then see the head of a guy, and, like, it's two college students just, like, getting like, making out hardcore in front of me. And I'm, like, a little kid, like, oh, that's what's happening. And then out of the corner of the guy's eye, he notices that I'm staring at them. I'm, like, 8 years old at this point, and I'm just cluing into, like, what's happening. And then they both look at me, and they just burst out laughing, noticing that this little kid was staring at them making out the whole time. That's my staring story. I will be back 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Someone texted me. Actually, before I go off in a huff like that, I need to check my messages here real quick. Oh, okay. Cool. Never mind, we're here. And let me get the game back up. That's an interesting reaction to being watched like that. I think it's because I was a kid. Like, if I did that now, they would be very upset. And rightfully so. I could go to jail for that. I just didn't understand. I'm not very good at staring, though. Steph calls me out every time. I'm like, oh, you're looking? But when awkward stuff happens, I gotta look. That's just me. Or something catches my eye. Okay, let's get back at this. Oh, I want to put this in between those two blue. Because those are gonna... Okay. We'll work around that yellow later. You right. Other awkward stories. Man. Oh, man. I can't tell this one. I've got the family-friendly tag on. I can't tell that one. There's a... I'm realizing now, like, they're starting to flood into my head, and I cannot tell. Other awkward stories. Here's one. So, I have this friend. Her name is Becky. Shoutouts to Becky. And at the time, like, we have the same set of mutual friends, but her and I didn't really talk to each other. And there was one day we ran, like, really quickly past each other on the train going back home. And she was walking this way, I was going this way, and I, like, waved hi to her, and she, like, completely just, like, ignored me, ghost, gone. I was like, oh, okay, that was weird. And it wasn't until years later, where we met up at a party, and she totally remembered that moment. It was like, oh my god, Jet, I remember that time I passed you on the train, I didn't realize it was you till, like, you were gone, and I felt so bad. And she'd been holding on to that for years. It's just kind of funny. I've got to think of some more, like, other awkward... I got so many awkward stories. I also have one that just came to mind about a summer camp roommate that I definitely cannot share with the family-friendly tag. It's probably for the best. Let's put this over here. Oh, here's one. Wait, can I? No. I would be throwing... No, can't tell that one either. That one speaks on people that I do not want to speak about on the internet, so... they're good people, I just don't want to say these things about good people. That would make me a bad person, so we're not going to do that. Man, I gotta have good family-friendly awkward stories. I really need to think about that, because I think just with the awkward stuff, especially when you are the person perpetrating the awkwardness, you kind of block that out of your memory. Okay, we're just gonna throw that over there. We're starting to run out of time, though. And these... all these yellow and blue pieces are not helping. Oh. Okay. There we go. Nice. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, I need to hide my screen capture again. Let me see. Hold on, I have to text someone. my address, so you definitely can't see that on stream. Actually, I should probably close that app too, just in case. Oh man, this okay. I'm gonna try and tell this in as least in the most family friendly of ways. So one of my friends, we were all hanging out at our friend, I'm not gonna use real names here. It was our friend Jane's house. And Jane's house had this brand new pure white sofa. And a bunch of us had gone over. So it was me and a bunch of other people. And this one person brought their new girlfriend to the house. And friend and new girlfriend were at the house, and they were sitting on the white couch. And at a certain point, she awkwardly... something happened, and they both awkwardly like, we gotta go. Bye. And then they dipped. And then when we realized what happened was that it was a certain someone's time of the month, and they happened to leave evidence of that on the new white sofa. And it was funny, it was awkward though, and I still feel really bad for her to this day. And yeah, with the Okay, so here's the deal with these coins. The purple coins at the top, I have to collect them, but you have to collect them in a specific order, because collecting certain coins then opens certain other cages, and so you have to keep collecting them in the right sequence. Yikes, that is a very unfortunate event. It's rough. That hits you unexpected. Oh, dude, I've got, like, an insanely awkward story. Oh, man, it's one of my most personally embarrassing stories. I don't know if I feel comfortable sharing this on the internet, but I was a kid at the time, so I don't necessarily feel as bad. But it's a story about growing up. Do I want to use this right now? Yeah, let's use it right now. Actually, no, that might have been a bad idea. Okay, let me get myself reacquainted here. Let me try and do this level, and then I will share this story of incredible awkwardness. It's a sports story, but maybe not in the way that you're thinking. So clickbait right now. You won't believe tidbits of story. Yeah. Did you have any interest in sports, Ian, growing up? Did you play anything? I think I will share the story with you. I'm probably not going to clip it out. Not going to end up on Twitter as like one of those highlights. I will share it with you and you only. And I'll share it on stream. I'm sure no one here is going to listen to it or clip it or do anything of the sort. Huh. I don't fully understand how we're going to beat this level. I played American football and church league basketball in elementary school, but I mainly did music and theater related activities in school once I was older. Alright, fair. I like that you specified American football. Even though, yes, in Canada we just refer to it as football. But I appreciate the clarification. I was gonna say, haven't you heard of the CFL, the Canadian Football League, where all of your football reject players come to try and make minimum wage north of the border. I wouldn't say minimum wage. Make a living wage playing the sport they love in a league where the skill level is not as high as the NFL. Don't want to throw shade at CFL players here too. Okay. I didn't even know stuff about American NFL. That's fair. I'm not the biggest NFL guy either. I used to watch a little bit, like as a kid. I liked the Buffalo Bills because they went to 4 Super Bowls in a row. And I don't care that they lost all 4. Reaching 4 Super Bowls in a row is unprecedented and a miraculous feat. And that may never be done again. And we're totally going to lose this level. Alright. Alright, let me tell you the story. And this is just between you and me, Ian. No one else on the internet. You guys, like, cover your ears, close your eyes, just anything. Don't clip this. So I used to play Little League Baseball. And I started playing Little League Baseball without a jockstrap. And at a certain point, I don't know if it was the coach that recommended it or it was my family that recommended it. But in any case, it's good to have a jockstrap when you are playing baseball. And I'd never seen one before, and my parents bought it, and they're like, alright, so game time, you're gonna go wear this thing. Didn't give me instructions on how to do it. And so, I don't know if you have seen a real life jockstrap. It's not like I was really confused by it, because it's not like a full pair of underwear. It is, there's like the piece of cloth hanging in the front. Let's just use this, for example, as the jockstrap. And it's this pouch, and then you put the plastic cup on the inside, and then you put that on your front, right? I didn't know that as a kid. I thought, like, understanding my basic knowledge of underwear, that the wide part is the part that covers your butt. And so, I wore the jockstrap backwards. And I put it on. I'm like, okay, well, this is the part that covers my butt, obviously. But now there's, like, nothing protecting my front, and I have no idea how to attach this plastic cup to me. So I tucked it in the, like, the elastic part of the jockstrap. So it's like barely hanging in there. Barely hanging in. And I remember it was I think we were batting first, and I didn't have to go up or anything. But at the bottom of the first inning, I was in the outfield. I was in right field. And a couple of plays in, I got waved in. And they were like, dude, is everything okay? Like, down there? Like, you keep grabbing your area. And I was like, I'm just, like, trying to keep this thing up. And my parents like, wait, what? And so they take me back to the car, and then they realize what I had done, and I just had the cup hanging, being, like, pressed against just, like, the elastic of the jockstrap, and they were like, oh my god, you have worn this backwards and completely wrong. And that is how I learned to wear a jockstrap. And that whole time, everyone was watching me just awkwardly fiddle with my jock, trying to keep it up, not realizing that I had it on completely wrong. Epic orbital malfunction. Alright, let's try that level again. I'm just glad you did not get injured while wearing it like that. Thank you, Ian. Thank you. My life could be very different had it gone worse. Oh, this level's got me stumped. I'm not really sure how to approach this. Because I don't want to clear out the viruses preemptively. I only want to clear them out when it's actually time to pop the... get the coins. Oh. Hold on again. Oh man, so many texts. Okay. Alright, back at it. So yeah, that was probably... Ooh, I got another one. Awkward story. This is another, sort of, I guess, love/dating thing, though. It wasn't really love or dating. We were playing... I was at the arcade with my friend John. I can use real names for this. It's fine. I was at the arcade with my friend John, and there was a billiards table at the middle of the arcade. And it was my turn to break. And I noticed that there's this group of girls that came like by us, and they were totally checking us out. They looked very like, I'm really hard at reading social cues. I struggle really badly to this day, but I knew these girls were totally checking us out, and I was like, oh man, I'm terrible at breaking, and now there's these girls like checking us out, and like I go for it. Let me get this battery here. Go for it. Just the ball just instead of going straight and hitting the balls, it just like sputtered to the side, almost completely whiffed, and the girls laughed and they walked away. Blew it. And after that moment, I thought I would never love again. I don't know what the trick is. Not for breaking. Although, yeah, I'm still terrible at billiards. I'm probably not the best at love and romance either, to be honest. But I meant more this particular Dr. Mario level. I don't know what the best approach is to get these coins going from the top down. Gravity is not my friend here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think so. Restart. Let's try this one more time. What are we at? Like 9:30? Okay. As long as your wife thinks you're good at romance, I reckon you're alright. She loves me very much, and I love her very much. Romance, if you wanted to get really awkward, you ask her to come down on this stream and tell her stories of my romantic escapades. I think I'm pretty good at making her laugh, though. That would be my counter. Oh no, I've messed this up again. Okay. I don't know what the answer is. Gotta save some embarrassing content for next stream. I'm trying to think. More embarrassing stories. Man, that's a good topic. Huh. What was awkward or embarrassing? It's gonna take me a minute. I may not have any more for the rest of the stream, but what other stuff can we talk about here? Fire Emblem's out next week. I feel like we've talked about that. I'd say the same thing about myself. I'm not super great at big romantic gestures or whatever, but I'm an endearing goofball, so I get the cute like a puppy effect going for me. Okay, that works. I have in a previous... Okay, here we go. This is this like real life boy talk here. I wrote a post about this on my music blog. I haven't updated it in years. jetsplaylist.wordpress.com. Once I started streaming, I couldn't keep up with writing a music blog and writing a game blog at the same time. But I feel like what growing up, one of my favorite genres of music is R&B, like Boyz II Men, TLC, 112, all of those types of groups. And reflecting back on my life, and in particular reflecting on my failures in love and romance, I think that listening to that type of music really warped my perception of how love and romance was supposed to be. And I look back on a lot of the things that I failed, and I've tried grandiose gestures and stuff, and I've always thought things were supposed to be like dramatic and I don't know, like just like in that particular era of music where it was very much like a storybook. I mean, nowadays like there's like no romance in music, and it's just like, let me slide in your DMs and I'm not even gonna get into that. But it was a lot more dramatic, romantic, the language, the actions they were describing in the songs, and real life romance didn't work out for me that way. And if anything, it just really messed me up in my approach to that, because I was just going at it all wrong. I was like, I need to do this big thing, or approach this girl with this one line, or do this grandiose thing that will make her fall in love with me, and it didn't work like that at all. I think one of the biggest offenders for that and that influence was Craig David. I love that song, Fill Me In. I truly empathize, I fully empathize with that. Man, Craig David songs, like half of the songs are just like, I met this girl on the street. Oh man, that 7 Day song, like, I met this girl on the subway and we immediately hit it off, and then we were just like doing it for a week. And like that was my jam back in the day, and then realized like, no, this is not how real human relationships work at all. That or Craig David is just like a legend. And I mean, I'd believe either way. Okay, I think I might have stumbled on something. I think it's too late in this round, but I think I might have stumbled on something. Oh, and I ruined it there. But we're gonna try this one more time because I put this over here. Because now we're a couple off. That's gonna get that, and then yeah, I'm a couple short. All right, we're gonna try that one more time. Now I'm just like, all the memories of just awkward romantic fails. Definitely not going to go in depth on that on stream. But yeah, it's weird, like, third time's the charm. Like, thinking about it now more, like, I also was really into gangster rap. A huge fan of Tupac, huge Pac of the Notorious B.I.G. All of that stuff. And when I think back on the music that ultimately led me astray in my life, it was the R&B. It was the Boyz II Men's. It was the John B's and Brian McKnight's. And all of that music was the stuff that, like, I actually took to heart and made me confused about how I should actually live my life, versus rap music where they had some really aggressive messaging in there about all sorts of subjects, And I was just able to like, oh yeah, I like the beats, I like the rhymes, he's saying some really cool stuff here, but it didn't really impact the way that I live my life. I wasn't actually doing any of the stuff in the songs, versus I was poorly attempting to do the stuff in the R&B songs of the time. I need a lot of blue here. Man, Boys to Men on Bended Knee. Thinking back to their cover, I mean, Yesterday is a Beatles song, but like... Yesterday, all my troubles seem so far away, now I need a place to hide away. Jeez. So dramatic. And that's not even R&B, that's just like the Beatles. Beatles, fantastic, by the way. One of my all-time favorite music acts. Ian, what type of music do you like to listen to? I think we might have it. I think we might. Check this out. Hold on. I'm gonna put this over here. I'm gonna put this... Oh man, if I had this like one piece earlier. I'm gonna put this over here. Put this over here. Put that here. There. And we'll do this there. Oh no! Oh no, oh no. I think I've messed this up. Oh, no. We can kind of save this. I just need to take out these... this one yellow right here, actually, and we're good. Uh-oh, that's not gonna work. 1, 2. Oh, wait! Oh, I didn't realize there's a whole entire row I still have to get! Oh, no. Oh, no. This is bad. Is there... Hold on. Oh, we got it! We got it! We got it! There it is. Da, 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 okay. Let's try and get some more keys. Get some more keys, we'll open up this loot box, and then we'll probably call it a stream. Alright, let's go. Ooh, I see a nice big message here. Alright, I will read that in just a second. Hey, oh man, we won it like huge. Easy. Awesome. Also, I had those grandiose okay, I've got a topic about grandiose gestures, but first. I like rock and punk music mostly. My tastes have changed a lot over the years. During my teenagery, I only listened to Christian music. It took until adulthood for me to realize that it wasn't necessary for me to miss out on secular music, so I'm just catching up on stuff I missed during that time. I've been super into Nathan Sharp, aka Nate Wants to Battle recently, but as far as more mainstream music goes, I like bands like Rise Against, Shine Down, and Linkin Park. Okay, rock and punk music. I grew up mostly on hip-hop, but I lived in a house with my dad who's like hard. He is a very active rock musician in his own right. If you find his Facebook page, You will find videos of him performing in his studio like every day. It's always a new video. And so he's always uploading stuff, and over time I've warmed up to rock music and punk music. Some of those bands. So Nate Wants to Battle. It was actually Chris from Double Jump who recommended them to me for the first time. It was a couple of months back. We were talking about music, and she said Nate Wants to Battle, so I checked out some of that stuff. Rise Against I've heard of. I've listened to some of their stuff. I can't pick it out off the top of my head. Shine Down, I've heard as well. Also can't pick their music up off the top of my head. And Linkin Park, I definitely know. Oh man, that early 2000s Linkin Park and In the End and all of that stuff. I had one my friend Derek was like the biggest Linkin Park fan, and we listened to that first Linkin Park album in his car over and over again because he was the only one that could drive, and he loved that CD. Also just realized I misspelled their name. Whoops. No worries. Steph actually has the Linkin Park Jay-Z mashup on vinyl here. We went to... When she got a record player, we went to buy albums, and the first thing she bought was that, and the first thing I bought was Wu-Tang Enter the 36 Chambers. We have a crate of her dad's albums mostly here. But yeah, the only other Linkin Park album I've listened to in full was the last one. Unfortunately, R.I.P. It was, yeah, the lead singer passed away a couple years ago. And listening to the last album, it was a big departure for them, sonically. And it was interesting reading about the process they went through to make that album. And kind of the big piece of advice they got was don't think about the music when you are making the album. Think about the story you were trying to tell and what you're trying to say. And write those words and then put music to it after. And so I feel like listening to that album, it definitely tells more of a story than, I don't know, I'm also not a Linkin Park expert. And I'm realizing now that my captions have not been working this whole time. Did I? Sorry, I realized this entire stream I didn't have the captions going. I just started getting into them when he took his life. My mom and her husband were actually supposed to go to his next concert at the time. Yeah, I had a couple of friends that also had tickets for that concert. He was going to show up the following month, and it unfortunately didn't work out. R.I.P. I also like 80s techno synth type stuff and listen to some techno bands now. Awesome! What type of techno synth? Like, I'm thinking bands, off the top of my head, just like when you say 80s techno synth, I think like Blue Monday. I love the 80s. In terms of music, and their pop music in particular, pop rock, and just pop, like, so many killer songs from that era. Oh, I also noticed the encoder has gone too, but at this point, we're just gonna let it run. We'll just let it go. 80s techno. And let me pull... Actually, here we go. What we'll do, just for funsies, we're gonna do some vinyl show and tell. Hopefully the albums actually show up well on... Let me close this, and we will move this webcam over just a bit. There we go. I grew up on 80s stuff, so I don't know the band names or song titles when they come up on the radio. I know all the words. Nice. Let me stop this broadcast off my phone. I can save my battery. I'm gonna go get some records. I'll be back. Actually, no. Why do I... Hold on. We're gonna start the game back up because I want music while we talk about this. I know it's like super dorky Dr. Mario music. There we go. We'll turn that back on. Actually, we'll put this in the back. That's what we'll do. Hide the game. Oh. Whoa, what's happening? Whoa, no. Ah, I see what's going on there. There we go. I'm going to pull out some records. I know where they are. They're just on a shelf over here. BRB. So I almost died. There's like a loose stack of records on top. Ugh. So I have no idea what these are. Man, this cover right here, just rock 80s. He's got a lot of compilations here, but there's some bangers on here. My Sharona, Heartbreaker, Pat Benatar, Paradise Skies. We've got Rush. Man, nobody makes these compilations anymore. And, like, there's no business for it. Because, like, everyone just has Spotify playlists now. So, like, selling a collection of these songs just doesn't make sense. Also, I didn't really know it was a thing till I started buying CDs in the 90s. But I remember my mom bought a compilation of music from the 50s. And they had to specify that it was the original recordings, because apparently it was a thing where, like, you'd buy these albums that say, here's all these, like, great songs from the 50s, and they were all re-recorded by different artists, I guess so they could skirt around the rights of using the songs. And, like, that entire industry just doesn't exist anymore, because everyone just gets the original music. But yeah, this is a really cheesy cover here. Rock 80s! I'm sorry. Not making fun of my father. I love the title of this. The soft magic of today's music. And to that point of what I was just talking about, on the back it actually says, all originals. And so what are some of the soft magic of the time? So we've got Air Supply, Lost in Love. Oh man. Is that the So Lost in Love? I Can't Go Without You. I don't know if that's the one. Hall & Oates, You Lost That Love and Feeling, But You Know That I Love You, Kenny Rogers, You Can Call Me Blue by Michael Johnson. Oh, I thought it said Michael Jackson. I don't know who Michael Johnson is. Do I recognize any of these other ones? Ladies Night by Kool and the Gang. I don't really think of that as a soft magic song though. That's like a dance song. I don't know who this is. Olivia? Oh wait, is this Olivia Newton-John? Oh yeah, it's got Physical on here. Oh yeah, sexiest songs of all time when we talked about that. Physical, track 3. Yeah, Physical there. Heart Attack, Magic. Put that down here. ABBA. Oh, this is a classic right here. Fleetwood Mac, Rumors. There's some bangers on there. Where's the song? This was a crazy album and the story behind it, and everybody was cheating on everybody. Oh yeah, I remember that theme. Still a surprising choice, but whatever. Oh, this one's gotten hot recently. In light of... Is this the one that I think? Does it have the song? No, it does not. Oh yeah, it does. I didn't realize it was... Really? So this is Queen, Night at the Opera. Queen, of course, super hot right now in light of the Bohemian Rhapsody movie. One of the things I did not realize is that on this particular version, Bohemian Rhapsody is the second last song, but it's not followed up by We Are the Champions. Like, I always think... Oh wait, am I thinking... Oh, it's We Will Rock You and We Are the Champions. Never mind. So Bohemian Rhapsody, second last song. I don't think I've heard the rest of the songs on this. Oh, You're My Best Friend I've heard. Yeah, to me, Queen is very much a... I like the greatest hits, but if you ask me about album cuts, I have no idea. Ooh, 80s. Oh, man. This reminded me a couple of... I think it was like a year or so ago. Oh, it was around Halloween. And we needed music. We were carving pumpkins. And I was just like, you know what? Let's listen to some Madonna. It's the same. I'm the same way with Queen. All right. Madonna in the 80s, her music was ridiculously good. Oh my goodness, just such amazing pop. This album, True Blue, it's got Papa Don't Preach, True Blue, and I can't read it. It's in like handwriting, cursive writing. Like if you give this to kids now, where they don't even learn cursive writing or learn how to write cursive, like can they even read this? I can barely read this, to be fair, to be honest. Man, Papa Don't Preach seems like a pretty edgy song considering the subject matter of keeping a baby out of conceived out of wedlock or something. This one, oh my goodness. Boston, their debut album. Yeah, I'm struggling with all that cursive. This album is phenomenal. My dad used to listen to this one all the time, and I'd hear bits and pieces. I didn't realize it was all from the same album until I played it in Rock Band, though. Man, like, Rock Band has every song in here except for Let Me Take You Home Tonight, which I found out years later was because of a rights issue with that particular song. But, like, More Than a Feeling, Peace of Mind, Foreplay Long Time, Rock and Roll Band, Smoke, and Hitch a Ride, like, just such an incredible album. I think it's still the best-selling debut album of all time. And oh man, look at the fashion right there. Man, these guys look so cool with the big fros. Style of the time. Couple more. Oh, these are some of the ones we bought. Okay. This is like jumping ahead. This is the only vinyl album I own, and it's been on the wall before. Wu-Tang Enter the 36 Chambers. Oh man. This album was one of the ones that really got me into hardcore hip-hop at the time. Wu-Tang was the coolest thing in the universe. I drew that W on so much stuff. I had it on my binder. I had like the 5-star binder with the zipper and stuff, and where it had the 5-star logo in the square, I drew like the Wu-Tang W and pasted it over top. Goodness, those mustaches. But yeah, I can still listen to this whole album front to back. Protect Your Neck, Method Man, Clan in the Front, Bring the Ruckus, Mystery of Chess Boxing, Cream, Cash Rules Everything Around Me. Such a phenomenal album. I would love to see them live someday. They're still touring, still active. Alright, I'm gonna grab like 3 random records here. 1, 2, and from the back, 3. And this will be the final 3 we talk about. Oh, man. Oh, these are ridiculous. Okay. Man, I got a really good set here. First one, off the top. This is Imagine by John Lennon. I'm realizing there's a lot of covers on here. Like Beatles songs that he just did straight up on his own. Twist and Shout, Help, In My Life, Strawberry Fields Forever, A Day in the Life. These are fantastic songs. Revolution, Ballad of John and Yoko. Like, this is, like, most of this first disc is just, like, him doing Beatles stuff on his own. And then, of course, Imagine on there. Jealous Guy. Got some really nice pictures once you spread that open here as well. So yeah, there's John and one of his kids, and... Sorry, I'm terrible at aiming. John and Yoko. Oh, there's a cute picture on the left there.